back home, and the handing over of the National Dialogue Committee report to President William Ruto and Azimio leader Raila Odinga has brought with it questions as to whether pressing public issues have been substantively addressed.
While the high cost of living was the opposition's main cause, it is not clear why consensus was not reached on the issue. Ayub Abdikadir with more.
A report with contents that mirror the proposals contained in the Constitution of Kenya Amendment Bill 2020, where former President Uhuru Kenyatta was, President William Ruto is, with the ODM party leader Raila Odinga remaining the constant factor of this political equation. The report by the Kimani Ichung'wah and Kalonzo Musyoka-led committee proposes to, among other things, create the leader of official opposition's office with 2 deputies, and who will come from the party or coalition that comes second in a general election, and the office of the Prime Minister to be appointed by the President, who will go through parliamentary vetting. A proposal that reflects one that was fronted by the BBI, which recommended a hybrid architecture of government, and which proposed the creation of Prime Minister's office with 2 deputies, and the office of leader of official opposition, which was put to a halt by the courts that declared the bill unconstitutional. The constitution of the committee came against the backdrop of opposition protests over the high cost of living, an agenda that led to fundamental differences between the government and opposition, the state rejecting the scrapping of the housing levy and the lessening of value-added tax on petroleum products.
It's by now clear to everyone that the cost of living was not the only issue that took us to the table for negotiations. Indeed, it was our main issue at Azimio. But there are other issues as well, which are in public domain. And it's an issue we are going to revisit time and again, and one way or the other, okay? So I don't think Kenyans should really lose hope on this matter.
We did not do justice to the single most important issue that Kenyans expected us to. That is the cost of living. And my conscience couldn't allow me to append my signature. My conscience couldn't also allow me to receive payment for a job that was half-baked. And many of my colleagues have acknowledged that the report was faulty, the report was deficient, the report was half-baked.
A number of opposition protesters were killed during the protests. This, accompanied by tough political rhetoric from all sides of the political divide, who, after all, are friends again.
And therefore, as pragmatic Kenyan patriots, you are left with the question as to whether to throw the baby with the bathwater. So the question was, do we agree on this, that we have been able to come to an understanding about, or because we have disagreed on the issue of the cost of living, we reject everything and we go back to square one?
But somehow, because of other considerations, we gave in. Now we have opened the floodgates. When these floods come in, after the Finance Bill 2024 is passed, going by the budget policy statement, Kenyans are going to feel the pinch. Kenyans are going to ask us, why didn't you fight for us at Bomas?
It bears all the hallmarks of the Building Bridges initiative. At the heart of the National Dialogue Committee report are far-reaching proposals that could force constitutional changes. This, in an attempt to complete a quest the BBI did not. And so begins the BBI sequel. And as the saying goes, if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, then it probably is a duck. Ayub Abdikadir, Citizen TV.
If it walks like a duck,
Talks like a duck?
it is probably a duck.
Well, it's time to head to a break, I think, on that note.
Duck to a break.
Duck to a break. I see what you're trying to do there,
Is what I'm
Jeff.
trying to do.